when you actually see yourself opening that front door, walking in, making yourself a cup of tea, if you're English, whatever it is, right? I want you to really vision that.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode with Tiff and Tony. Tony, hello, how are you doing today?
Hello, I am doing well, thank you very much. I am suffering the weather. It's ridiculously hot out there, and an Englishman doesn't do well in temperature of 100 degrees.
Yes, well, stay cool down there. I am also doing the same thing. It is almost 100 degrees here today as well. So yeah. We're in it together today.
So I've got something for us today. I've heard this, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that Pelé is quoted, Pelé being one of the all-time best football players on the planet, is quoted as saying he has never played a game of soccer just once. Right, and what he means by that is always played the game in his mind first, he's visioned the game, and then he's played the game, right? So he's played the game twice, technically, in his mind and on the field. And a lot of that has to do with our brain not really being able to tell the difference between what you're visioning, what you've got as a vision, what you create as a vision, and what's actually real in the world, right? To your brain, both of those could seem very much alike, which is why in the world of sports, business, performance, people will many times sit there and vision themselves carrying out the task that's at hand, right? A good example of that is the bobsleigh riders. They actually sit in there and they see the turns and they all as a team move and do all of that sort of stuff. It's awesome to watch them do this kind of stuff. We are going to talk about something that I was introduced to called envisioning.
Okay, so how is envisioning different from the English word that most of us are hopefully familiar with, envisioning? What's the difference?
So envisioning, right? We've challenged our listeners to do this before. Is that create that vision of the ideal future. Think about what you want to do, right? So PureGame is currently on a campaign to raise $330,000, and it's to help kids. It's to help us serve more kids. It's to help more kids get involved in PureGame, learn the life lessons, and do all of the things we do. It's really important that these kids learn this stuff. So that's our vision, right? We're envisioning $330,000. When we track back to me sitting here in my office chair, that vision of $330,000 might actually seem and feel a little scary, because the number one job of the brain is to keep us alive, and it does that by saying, warning, that's scary, no, that's safe, go ahead, type of deal, right? It's very simplistic, but that's what it's doing. And so putting that goal out there might have me sit there and go, that's too scary, I can't do that, I know I'm not good enough. All of these things come up in my mind to say, I can't step into that arena, and so I sabotage myself, right? Because sabotaging myself is going to keep me alive, it's going to keep me small, it's going to keep me safe. And so envisioning means that I close my eyes and I sit here and I'm actually in the process of having achieved $330,000 raised. So I can actually see and feel what it looks like. I can be in the process of actually clicking that last dollar to $330,000. I can feel the emotion, right? I can actually live that out right here and right now. I can celebrate. I'm doing all of this stuff. So envisioning actually sees me in that, but not only in the raising of the money, but it's what we're now doing with that money, right? I am hiring more Pure field champions because we've got more school partners. We've got more small school partners because we can subsidize the fee. We've got more after school programs because we can subsidize the fee, so we can serve more kids. So I'm now watching and seeing all of these kids play, and I'm seeing them on the field, and it's making me come alive and smile. It's doing all of the stuff that it brings me joy, right? I can actually feel the sensation of kicking the ball around with kids and seeing, hundreds of kids playing PureGame stuff. And that's envisioning. Now, what I've done with that little vision, because I'm in it, is I've made it safe for me to step into now, because it's now no longer a scary object out there. It's not too far, it's not too big. It's actually, I'm now in it. And I go, okay, I can do that.
I feel like you've kind of already even said the challenge, but we're gonna just go ahead and say it anyway. So your challenge is to do just that. But I'll let you elaborate, Tony, about like what type of scenario we're talking about here for people to
create that little vision for your life, right? Create what it looks like. So let's just choose you, Tiffany, because you're here. So you're going to see yourself on a plot of land in Colorado, wherever you want to live, in that tiny home, in that land where you're farming. You can see dogs running around, and I want you to live it and be in it and see it and feel it and really let your emotions fly when you actually see yourself opening that front door, walking in, making yourself a cup of tea if you're English, whatever it is, right? I want you to really vision that and start to live it and be it. And so to our listeners, it's the same thing. Create the vision you want in your mind, but then be in it. It's like creating a movie, and you are now playing the starring role in that movie. You know, what lines are you saying? Where are you going? What doors are you opening? What choices are you making? How do you feel inside? And really let it kind of go and percolate inside.
I love that. It sounds fun. And I hope that everyone else has fun doing this too. And I'm curious to see how that changes for me and as you do this in your life. And if any of you would like to share your stories of your experience doing this and how it feels and how you feel like it's impacting your life, please let us know in the comments.
Awesome.
Yes, and thank you again for another tool for our tool belt, another challenge to help us grow, Tony, and we'll see everyone back here next week. And you got a
thank you very much
from one of my dogs.
Yes. Hello, dog.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Tony and me in this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. We hope you feel encouraged and motivated to keep growing with us. If you like what we do here at PureGame, one of the best ways you can support us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends on social media. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel using the button directly below this video on YouTube, and you can donate at our website, www.thepuregame.org. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week.